I'm making a new series of videos that will allow me to delve heavily into the Scream franchise to bring you guys some of the deleted, removed and original scenes that were intended to be included in the movies, but didn't see the light of day. Most of the information in these videos will be taken from original drafts, scripts and more from the franchise, but also from discussions the cast and crew have had and some of the behind the scenes features that are provided with the home media releases. So far I've already made a video on one key moment that was cut from Scream 1996. To make sure you don't miss out on this awesome Scream trivia, be sure to hit subscribe and sign up for notifications so you don't miss a single update. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at the controversial third entry in the franchise. This movie was plagued with numerous rewrites and changes due to the Columbine massacre that rocked America at the time. I currently have access to 3 different scripts and I'm currently in the process of obtaining Kevin Williamson's original script, which is proving a little difficult, but I'll keep you guys posted about that. Today though I want to discuss the original planned opening for Scream 3. This was way before we had the whole Cotton Weary opening, way before the studio interfered with the movie for being too dark, which is a real thing by the way. It truly pissed off Wes Craven to the point he told the studio that if they continued to edit the movie, it simply wouldn't be Scream anymore, and I see his point. The original draft for Scream 3 had a completely different vibe to it, and some of the problematic scenes from that movie actually were written and presented so much better in the original draft. I'll be covering all of these on my channel very soon. The opening we got in 3 actually saw Cotton Weary murdered alongside his girlfriend Christine. The reason for this was because Roman Bridger was hoping to locate Sydney, and also the murders were set to pattern the way the actors were killed off in Stab 3. So, erase your memory of that opening for a moment, as the original opening was completely different and in my opinion, somewhat better. It may surprise you to know that Cotton was originally not meant to feature in Scream 3 at all. He's mentioned very briefly in a moment between Detective Kincaid, Dewey Riley and Gale Weathers, which confirms his absence, simply stating that he'd moved to Australia to host his 100% Cotton talk show. So that notion was still there. The only character to feature in both openings was actually Christine, although she was an entirely different character in the original version of Scream 3. The main focus of the opening scene is actually with a fresh created character, Ben Damon. He is described as a hot teen heartthrob, Studley in his early 20s, but is also described as a cocky, arrogant prick. According to rumours at the time, and these are literally just that, they were toying with the idea of casting Freddie Prinze Jr. as the character. There is a line in the script that highlights this apparently, and it's this line right here. Ben, what's up? BD with the BD. Woman's voice, hardly as large as I'd like it to be. Ben, Christine? Christine, no, Jennifer Love Hewitt, of course it's me silly, and I feel like an ass standing in this theatre lobby all by myself. Where are you babe? The movie starts in 20 minutes. So, the setup is similar. Ben is on the phone talking to his agent. The major difference is that his girlfriend Christine, who is mentioned in the script to be the actress that played Cece Cooper in Stab 2, she's a lot younger, and Ben seems to just not give a shit about her. Before I read through this opening, I really want you guys to stick it out and tell me which opening you prefer. So without further ado, let's take a closer look at the original opening for Scream 3. The movie opens the same to a certain extent. Ben is on the highway, arguing with his agent when Christine calls him. Ben's phone rings, he answers it. Ben, what's up? BD with the BD. Woman's voice, hardly as large as I'd like it to be. Ben, Christine? Christine, no, Jennifer Love Hewitt, of course it's me silly. And I feel like an ass standing in this theatre lobby all by myself. Where are you babe? The movie starts in 20 minutes. Ben, look, I'm stuck on the freeway. I think there was a big accident. It could be a little while, so I don't want you to start freaking if I don't get there at exactly 8:30. Christine, all I'm saying is I'm going to be royally PO'd if you don't catch my acting debut. Ben, oh, I wouldn't miss it for the world. I bet you did such a great job. Christine, I did hon. Although I got a total of 6 minutes screen time, they're the best 6 minutes of the movie. Ben, hehe, I bet they are babe, I bet they are. Look, my battery's dying. But of course we notice Ben's battery is fine, he's just trying to cut the conversation short. Christine, alright hon, talk to you when the lights go down. Ben smiles. Sure thing. Ben hangs up. He reclines back in his seat. Camera slowly pans out the windshield, revealing the huge traffic pileup awaiting him. He's not going anywhere. Ben opens the glove compartment. Papers scatter out. Ben reaches for a card. A small white business card. 1-900 wet for cock. Ben smiles, begins to dial out when suddenly, ring ring, the cell phone comes to life in his hand. Jesus. Hello? Hello? Who is this? Who is this? At this point we know who the caller is. It's the nightmarish deep voice we've all come to know and hate from the first two films. It's never sounded so evil, so sexy. Well, what number are you trying to reach? Voice, I don't know. Ben, I think you got the wrong number, buddy. Voice, do I? Ben, look bro, my battery is running out. Really wish I could chat, but I can't, so later. Voice, wait, don't hang up. Ben, asshole, can't talk. Voice, but your voice sounds so familiar. Ben, does it now? Voice, you almost sound like that guy from There's Something About Carrie. Ben Damon. Ben, well you got me, that's me, I'm Ben Damon. Voice, really? You're such a talented actor. Ben, thanks. Voice, now let's see you act your way out of this one. The voice seems to have changed tones. It now sounds a lot harsher, angrier if you will. Ben, what do you mean? Voice, I mean, I'm standing right outside the ladies' room door at the Plaza Theatre. Your girlfriend Christine is in there. She's all alone. Everyone's in the auditorium, waiting for the film to start. I've got my knife. At this point we intercut shots of the empty lobby and halls of the Plaza Theatre. A POV shot standing outside the ladies' room door. Ben, listen you sick fuck, is this your idea of a joke? More of a game really. What kind of game? You seem to be familiar with the Stab movies. Here's how we play. I ask you a question, you get it right, your girlfriend lives. You answer wrong, she dies. Ben, I swear to God, if you lay a finger on her, I'll fucking kill you. Voice, maybe so, but right now, we play the game. First question, your girlfriend's counting on you. Name your girlfriend's character in Stab 2. Ben groans, he bangs his head against the steering wheel. If only he'd paid attention to Christine, he may have known this. Voice, come on, don't you know? Ben, it's Cece. Cece's the name of the character she plays in the movie. Very good, now we play round 2. What? But I did everything you said to do. Voice, that's right, and you beat round 1. Now we're taking the game to a whole new level. Meet me beneath the Hollywood sign in 10 minutes. I'll have your girlfriend, will be waiting. What? Goodbye, Ben. Click. The killer hangs up. Ben flips open the phone, dials 911. Ring in, and then, due to the high volume of calls this evening, dispatch is temporarily shut down. If this is not a real emergency, please call another depart. Ben hangs up, dials Christine's number. Ring in, then, you're not playing by the rules, Ben. Don't you want her to live? Ben, I swear to God if you lay one hand on her. Voice, no. You listen to me. If you're not where I want you in 15 minutes, I'll holler her out. Do you understand? In the background we hear Christine's horrific screaming. The killer hangs up. Ben looks ahead. Traffic is picking up. He puts the SUV in gear, peels out of the nearest opening, narrowly avoiding a collision. His car screeches down the off-ramp. Ben comes screeching around the corner in his Ford Explorer. Tyres smoking, sparks flying. The Hollywood sign stands like an impending pall in the awaiting background. The SUV comes to a screeching halt alongside the hilly, narrow road. Ben jumps out of his car, cell phone in hand. He looks up at the towering sign standing ahead of him, contemplates. Does he really want to go up there? He looks into his SUV, gets an idea. The back is opened. Ben reaches in looking for a weapon. An old beach chair, not going to do the trick. A pair of old shoes, nope. Then he finds it, a Louisville Slugger, with actors at bat for brain cancer written across it. Ben, thank God I decided to do some community service. Ben takes the bat, closes up the back of the SUV. He begins to walk towards the sign when suddenly his cell rings. Ben answers the call. Yeah? Very good, you follow directions well. Now for the final part of the game. Put down the bat and approach the sign slowly. Ben makes a disgusted face, tosses the bat into the bushes. He approaches the sign, keeping his eyes trained in all directions. Where are you? Closer than you think. Alright, I'm here, what the fuck do you want from me? To see your reaction. Reaction to what? Ben passes under the huge pallid H in the sign. What seems at first like a gentle raindrop beads down Ben's forehead. He rolls back his head, his legs turn into jelly, his eyes widening in horror. Oh my god, no, Christine has been gutted from neck to groin. She has been fastened to the crossbar in the H with heavy rope. Her lifeless body sways ever so gently in the Southern California wind. Utterly horrified, Ben staggers into the shadows, not seeing the ghost, as he rises from the void, knife in hand. In one quick brutal stab, the knife is driven into Ben's spine. Ben screams as he turns around, face to face with his attacker. But I'm the killer in Stab 3, the ghost. You just lost the role, Ben. Consider this your parting gift. And with that, the ghost drives the blood-stained knife into Ben's heart, causing a vicious eruption of crimson. Cut to title card, Scream 3. I don't know about you guys, I may be alone on this. I feel like this seems more Scream than the opening we got. I did like the inclusion of having Cotton in the opening, but I think this type of couple here highlighted a very realistic representation of self-centered couples in the industry. It definitely seemed more we're in Hollywood now in comparison to the opening we got. That being said, Cotton being the opening did add some emotional weight, I must admit. The fact that Christine was strung up and gutted on the Hollywood sign is something I think would have translated well on screen. I'd also like to inform you guys that Ben wasn't the killer in Stab 3. It stated in the script that he was given a version of the script that had him as the killer, as the producers were hoping to convince him to join, but his actual role was obviously opening kill. Now the reason this scene was changed was allegedly due to the violence in the movie. The fact that Christine's body would have been displayed similar to Casey's didn't sit well with Dimension Films, especially after the pressure horror movies were under following Columbine. So Ehren Kruger and Wes had to revisit the scene and change it somewhat. What I'm really interested in knowing though is what you guys think of this scene. Do you like it? Do you prefer it to the opening we got? Share your opinions below, as I always love hearing them. If you enjoyed this content, be sure to like, share, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of these upcoming Scream trivia videos. Thanks so much for watching guys, and I'll see you all in the next video.